All right, Benji. Great win out there today. You must be really happy with that.
We were happy with it. A few rough patches. We started really well, I thought, and then we kind of, I think a bit of the hangover from last week's game against Blackheath crept in, so we fell off it a bit. But we managed to grab it back by the second half, which is good. So the boys really showed a bit of character out there today, which we're proud of.
Yes, it didn't look like after only 2 minutes though when Never went through. That must have been, you guys must have been delighted with that.
Oh, yeah.
Great start.
We're off to a flying start, and in a weird way that kind of didn't do us any favours, because I think it was straight after that we took our foot off the gas. But we knew we had the quality in the side today, and the ball players out there to kind of get back and score some tries. So yeah, proud of that today. Yeah.
I mean, it's night and day from what we saw last week against Blackheath. But what was the key difference for you between this win and the loss to Blackheath last week?
I think we were just a bit more accurate in our attack today. In all honesty, probably you've got a few bit of defensive points to work on from last week against Blackheath and today out there against Sale, but I think just a bit more accuracy in the attack and all 15 lads on their feet working together, keeping the ball moving, which really kept them guessing out there, so we managed to find a few gaps.
Absolutely, and as well you got through yourself in the second half. I've been really happy with that.
Yeah, good, to be honest. It was all the forwards work getting down there and kind of keeping the Sale defence true, so I managed to find a bit of space out there and shoot for a gap, but credit to those boys out there for getting us in the position in the first place.
It did feel like a lot of times perhaps where Sale had a lot of possession at times, and they were starting to threaten, but they just didn't do enough for it. What did you guys take from that?
Yeah, I think, well, they got some big boys up there, some good carriers, so they kind of kept us honest in defence, and we don't want to play too much rugby in our own half. We want to keep them down there, which we did at points, so we don't mind having the ball too much down there as long as we're able to apply the pressure. So yeah, it was all right. So yeah, a few boys putting the bodies on the line today, so just keep that going into next week.
Absolutely. I don't know how much the table battlers but come into talks. I know what KP will say if I ask him, but I mean, so Richmond winning today, putting Park up to second now. I mean, how does this sort of play into the mentality of the squad?
Yeah, I think it's kind of that cliche, but take it game by game. We don't want to look towards the end of the season just yet. If you just take it week by week, and with the opposition that's in front of you, then the results will just take care of themselves. And if people around us in the league table slip up, then so be it. So there's no secret to our ambition, but we've got to focus on each game week leading into the end of April first.
6 tries, great momentum, taking that towards Plymouth Albion. A bit of an epic travel, that one. What would you look to sort of improve on today's game? What maybe work on something?
Yeah, I reckon the attack looked quite decent today. Just keep that ball moving, keep the pressure on them, and just work on that defence. We don't want people going through the gaps as easy as they did at points today. So that's just kind of 15-man effort. Set the width, get off the line, and keep pressuring them, getting through the ball players. So yeah, forcing them back. So we'll look to do that next week against the good Plymouth side.
Absolutely. And just one more question, I suppose. I know Jack Gashy's already told me, but we were celebrating as a club. I think his 150th appearance today. A bit of a word on him and what his contribution to the club.
Oh yeah, he's mysterious as ever. So we can't seem to find him this evening, but credit to Jack. He's shown a great attitude at the club, and great commitment to the team. So getting 150 caps is a great achievement. So really proud of him on that front. And so here's to 150 more for the lad.
Are you on your way as well? Going on to that. Got another try for you today as well, ticking up as well.
Yeah, it's good fun. Just kind of keep them ticking over. It's more about most of the time I score it's because the shape inside of me's done well, and the forwards have got us over the line. So I can't take too much credit, but it's good to keep them ticking over. So hopefully we'll get a few more out in that back three between myself, Henry and Nev, and a few of the lads to come back into the team going forward.
Certainly hope so too. Benji, thank you.